And here we are, folks, starting in the village of Ruswarp in North Yorkshire. There we have Ruswarp Church. Now, can I actually? Oh, yes, it can. And wind's picked up a bit. It's about 2:30. And I'm just going for a walk. Then we have the local bus stop. The road here is called the Cars. And apparently traffic is being diverted down there today. Which the Cars leads over to Slights and Pickering. There is a miniature railway down there and rowing boats. The building here is the old schoolhouse. Well, it's still the schoolhouse. I believe, I can't remember who maintains the grass here. I believe it's cut by the local council. But the Ruswarp Parish Council, I believe in that, they do all the plantation. They have the flower bed there in the boat. Here we have the bridge in, the local pub. And although I've lived here for 4 years, I've never been in it. Here we have the old station house, which is now a private residence. Apologies for the wind and noise. Say it's picked up since I left out. Here we have the recently allowed footpath to Whitby along the railway line with the station platform and the station house. Here we have Ruswarp Bridge, obviously. I can't remember how long this bridge has been here now, but it's not the original bridge that was here, it's slightly moved position. There's a fair bit of traffic about today, although it can go nice and quiet here. Sort of on this side of Ruswarp, we have a few local garages. There was a woodworkers building right in front of us here. Sadly, some nefarious rascals set that afire. We have the Majestic-esque, which is quite low right now. You can wade across, yes, across with a ducky. You can wade across, I said it again, you can wade across that quite well. Pigeons and doves above us. And what have we got on this side? We've got a duck. What are you doing, Mr. Quack? Appears to be some stuff over there. That's the sewer works here. How nice. This little island, you can walk up onto that, and it's tidal. The river itself is tidal. There's the back end of the bridge. The bridge in, the railway bridge. Where these houses are behind the trees on the left, there used to be a mill there. Now I don't remember if that was a cotton mill or not, and there actually used to be a big silo as well. And where we're heading left, and we're going through a little village set called Golden Grove. Apologies for coughing her out. I'm still a bit ill. Now, if you can see the shed there, that's a local building firm, and the garages run along there. Now I'm going to be crossing now. And off we go. It's a quiet little road occasionally, quite busy at other times, and there are 2 caravan parks here, or it's all the same one, I forget. And the bees are out, which is good. My cousin, he collects. Well, he keeps bees, so hopefully his will be doing well. Good road for cycling. This is my route up to work every morning, on foot or on bike. Let's move over for these cars. So there have been quite a few houses for sale down here recently. Traffic's a bit busier. Ooh, that was a bit naughty. Traffic's a bit busier than usual though, because the road work's going on. You watch, I'll end up getting run over. And this is a good little bit, part of the rivers. I've come past here many a morning at work, and it's up to the road nearly. Here we have some more of the Esk, sort of from a low point of view. I could hop the fence, but I'm not going to. So that little river comes out here. I can't believe the battery's half dead already. This thing sucks through battery power. I'm going to keep going for as long as I can, and if it runs out I'm going to be very annoyed, because these are new batteries and they're fully bloody charged. Yes, so yes, it is 2 different ones. We've got Sean Riggs, and then the next one is Glen Esk. Right, I'm actually better off on this side of the road for here. I love walking through here and just listening to nature on a morning. You can kind of see the village through the trees. That's all Ruswarp still, and then houses at the top. That's actually Ruswarp Lane, and that's classed as Whitby. So caravans poking up through the trees. It's unusually busy for this time of day. Smile, all you people in cars, you're on YouTube land. And that's why, whoop, I chose to walk on the left side for there. Because I can at least jump the fence if I have to. Nice hillside. It's great on a morning in winter. This hill sort of misses the sun and it's just all white. And where do you want me to go? Because I'm already walking off the road. I'm not walking in the scrub for you. Here we have Glen Esk Caravan Park. Here's my little spot. And sort of where those people are now is where I'm heading up. Alright. Yes, it really is busy today. Right. Whoa. Golden Grove. Now, I'm not in the best of shape, so I will be huffing and puffing probably. I'm just going to record the whole thing and I'll probably trim it down. But the sun is shining, so why not? Again, you're best off sticking to the opposite sides to the blind corners. Lambs are still about. Again, this is being held by my hand, so it's a little shaky. Man, I'm out of shape. Mind you, I've already done 5 or 6 miles on foot today. It's not a lot, but I haven't been at work for a while, so not exactly physically at my best. Now then, this has changed a little bit. Yep, the JCB still there, or the MF. That's been there for a while, that. Oh, and the horses are there. They've got out that field a few times. Now you can sort of see the village all again. The area. It's all sort of areas, sort of a valley. Yeah, we're sort of a valley in a valley. In a valley that comes out of a valley kind of thing. So there's a lot of hills and countryside and sheep and cows and chickens, goats, hens, peacocks. There's even llamas. Yeah, llamas and a few other things. Alpacas even. I think there's some ostriches somewhere. And we've got a burn going on. Good old oil drum fire. The farm dogs. Yeah, right. Just doing their jobs. Ooh, that's had a smash up since I last saw it. This is the Sean Riggs farm itself. And I think I just heard a woodpecker. Whew! It's a bit fresh here. Now I'm going to be sort of heading down into this valley. And I'll be coming back around. Yep, some little spruggies or something in the hedge. And I think I'll be coming out where that, yes, it is a woodpecker, where that orange house is. A good half an hour to an hour's walk. With filming. What we got? A few cows in. A few of the cages for veal. Car coming up behind me. Is that Mazda 2? Yep. Some nice naturally left to grow daffodils. Now, I don't know how easy it's going to be to hear me. But we'll just see how it goes. We've got a couple of cows in the field. Hey up, girls, what are you doing? Is it going to piss it down? Might be in for a rain then. If it's cows are lying down, it's going to lash it down. Silos they got. I think they did those a year or two back, one of those. This concrete's all new. Their waste area. They might be expanding the farm. Which I say, good for them. Just being sent off by Lagarde Pooch. And off we go. Mind you, he's also barking at someone else, I think. Sounds like someone's out and about in a quad. It's a little fresh. Not too bad, it's been worse. And the sun is still shining, folks. Now, this battery should last until I get to Golden Grove. And then I might have to switch to the other one on the way back. So I'm going to be very annoyed about that. Should be able to at least get an hour's recording out of the battery. Crisscross of telegraph poles and mains electrical wires. Yeah, they just strung them up anywhere, man. Still, it's easier to string one of those up than dig a trench and put a cable in, I suppose. Here we are, coming upon the first houses of Golden Grove. It looks like we've got a rabbit way in and out. There's quite a lot of rabbits around here, and badgers, foxes, lots of other things. Haven't seen any for a while though, but they're here. They tend to be hiding. Farmer's way to his gates. Here, Cloudpoker, get off my land. Of course, the good thing is being in the countryside. We're not even that far from the main roads, but you can't even hear it. Quiet little one-way road. It is a popular route for dog walkers. I used to take mine this way, or we'd come back this way. We'd sort of do the same route in the opposite direction. Nothing in there today. Yes, in the twilight years she used to enjoy this walk. Nice gentle little stroll around. And then we'd take my brother-in-law's dogs every so often. We don't take them that often though, but we bring them for a walk around here sort of thing. Or we have done. Now, I can't remember if that's a bit of someone's land on me right. I think it is. Yeah, I think it must be because they've got the shed on there. I think it used to be an allotment of sorts, or just a general bit of land. Interesting way for a driveway, mine, but Dingley Dale, that was it, Dingley Dale. A little house crammed into us there. Now, the path that carries on there, I forget where that one continues on to. It's been a long while since I've walked it. But if memory serves me right, you can keep on that path and eventually cross over onto the old railway line still. And I hear a car. Yes, I did. If you can hear, there's the little river. And we'll be heading back along, and this river joins up with the main river of the Esk, as most of the rivers around here do. One or two branch off that are far away into their own little streams over to the cliffs. There's the public public bridge. And the first bit of the river. Quite fast moving actually. Gentle though, obviously, on this end. And the birds are singing. It's one thing I love about being in the countryside. Now I can't remember, is that the public bridge or is that a private bridge? And if you sort of see I said that one normally comes to the gate, that one. Old stables. And the sort of hall, I think. Right, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, there's the old Golden Grove Hall. I can't remember if it was called Golden Grove Hall or not. It's a nice big house and everything. Nice big driveway, and I think the buildings here, the stables here, were part of that, if memory serves. And I got about 38 minutes out of that battery, so I am not happy. I'd have thought I'd at least get an hour with this camera. So I know how long I need to be to get the next part recorded. And as we are, where are you? Nope. We're heading down onto the path. Alright, I'm there to put cameras up here now. Multiple lights. They have a very nicely kept garden. This is all their garden and woodway onto the river and everything. It's very nice. But because it's quite secluded, there's been a spate of burglaries all the time around here. Now the light's probably going to start going a bit bad here, because this tree is not absolutely, well, maybe. I don't know. Now this was part of the old trod, what I'm actually on. Again, if memory serves me right, and I believe it was This pathway was one of the ones used by the monks of Whitby Abbey and that, or one of the areas, or by the monks between all the abbeys. So it is an old path. It's several hundred years old at least, you know. Of course, many points, big old stones. You can just come down straight to the river edge, and it is very relaxing to soak your feet in this water. Oh, we've got a big blockage here, folks. Look at that. I wonder how recent that was. We've got some old red brick there. Oh, that looks like 1700s, 1800s brick, late 1790s. I'm not sure. I'm not a builder, but it's tooled, but hand tooled still. That's about all I can tell you. Got no qualms about stepping on nature under my size 10 boots. Oh, the whole tree's uprooted. And I tripped over. It's very surprising. Now, what I'm probably going to do is when we hit back to the farm, that's where I'll end the video, to be honest. Because the path home is no different, really. Some tall trees here, but not super tall, a bit thin and spindly. This is sort of a boggy area in winter, so I can't remember if we stuck some of these fence posts in here, laid them over, just to help. Of course, the embankment, we're literally just walking on, is just earth, dirt, clay. And that's not going to help, is it? Who strung up barbed wire down there? Or was that up here a while ago? Oh God, I don't remember. Looks fairly recent, that barbed wire. In fact, it's running all the way along there. That's not going to help anybody. That stuff stings when you bloody fall into it. Yeah, it's all down here. Across them bloody trees. It's a bit lethal, like. Mind you, that tree could probably do with cutting out. "3 PM. Oh. You get I don't know if you get herons down here hiding out, but you most certainly get herons on the main river. They're always cool to see. Pretty much. There's my feet. One step over. Hey, that's into the river. Always test, folks. It's a bit softer than I remember it being. It's a fairly clear river, surprisingly. In fact, I don't think I've been down here since before we had those recent high tides and everything, so some more of the old stones. I'm not sure if my brother was telling me that most of the stones are here, it's just that they've sunk in the earth over time. Now there's a surprise. Middle of nature, no one about. Bloody bottle of Oasis juice chucked in the river. Yes, I know what you're saying, I could go and pick that up, but I've always sort of thought maybe there should be a bin down here or something, but I know the annoyances of having to empty them. But this is the part I really wanted to get to. It's a nice cut-out area, some nice tall trees, but you are right on. Ooh, did you catch that, folks? I think there was a dicky bird over there. You're right onto the river edge, and there's a bench here. More rubbish. Well, I've still got a pair of litter pickers and stuff, so I don't know. I might come down here in a couple of days and just check it out. Just try and keep the environment tidy. It's an old bit of wood, but it's not going anywhere. Mind you, you can hear the traffic quite easily here, surprisingly, because we're near a bit called Danger Bank. But this is a fun place to bring doggies, especially if doggies like to paddle. There's some old iron bits in the floor here, I always end up tripping over them. Because basically doggies can wade and paddle through all this bit. Ours wasn't a big wader, she eventually started to, but my brother-in-law's dogs, every one of them just jumps in this water. Compared to when we were last here, it's very low. I'm not sure if you do get fish in the river, to be honest, here. I don't remember. Oh, trying to catch a bumblebee, but not on this camera. Nice sort of culverty bit. It's a natural formation. Hello, me. These wooden bridges, or this wooden one, this has been here for years. Yeah, it's very shallow compared to the last time when I was here. That's where we'll be heading up, but for the moment we'll be crossing over this one, which could do with one or two new steps on it. "10 minutes and the battery says it's nearly dead. Well, I'll get what I want done. To be honest, it looks very nice to jump in there right now and just cool off, because it's quite muggy down here. Again, more of the trod. Now, that will take me pretty much back up onto Golden Grove. This path will link me up to the... Am I thinking right? It links you so far along, and then you come up along the back end near the hall. Yeah, someone's been over that recent. I like it down here. I really do. Whoa! Got that old sun burning bright, meaning I can't see nothing. It's nice to be down here as well at night time, surprisingly enough. Now this hillside has always been acky, icky. Look at that. It's not as bad as it is in winter. That's all very soft and gooey. Some recently chopped down trees by the looks of it. And it's kind of a hodgepodge mix between the original stones and these replacements. But I do not want to get my boots dirty. Now, there's one of the problems. There was sort of drainage along here, from what I understand. And, well, it basically failed. I mean, look at that. The hillside is just wringing wet. But it's all clear here. Or it's clear now. But you've still got the sound of the river to your back. And I walked into that tree nearly. I do that every time. I'm very surprised how quiet it is here. Because on a day like this, there should normally be a few more people about. Yeah, speak of the devil, someone's coming up behind me. And I am very thirsty now. But yep, we're at that house on Danger Bank. Concrete sheds. These things hurt when you scrape against them. And of course this private path comes out just on the edge of the person's property, which is a little kind of annoying for them, I suppose. But this is why it's called Danger Bank. And there's an apt reason. This left-hand turn going up is almost, well, it's blind completely. And you got to swing out on it. It's alright when nobody's coming down. It's a bit of a shock though if you're coming down at some speed and someone is coming up. And they're on your side of the road. It's in the trees, but I can't see what it is. Now again, this is basically if you head straight on the road. All we've done is a circle around. So this is where I sort of cycle mostly up this bank. I never did get fully into cycling up it. And again, you're safer on this side of the hill. Because down here he comes to another bridge and a fairly tight road. However, this is how big do you think your car is? Right, now I'm better crossing off over again. It wouldn't be a bad spot to live here. It's called Cock Mill. But the problem is, the traffic here can be very annoying. They've had these, I'm sure these tractors and stuff belong to them at the house. And they had some really old ones here. You know, I'm talking really old, like 1940s and 50s. I mean, even that one there looks like it's from the 50s or 60s. And this bridge underwent some recent widening work, apparently. I don't know, it doesn't look that much bigger than what it did before. And we basically continue on with the river. Yeah. I haven't followed it along the river edge itself for an absolute long time, but this basically is the continuation from where we just were. Of course, as you can see, it's really calmed down by this point, and it's really shallow. Got a van coming, but in last winter, I think, or the winter before, 2013, early 2013, I think we had a load of stuff get washed down here, but in the winter of 2012, we had a load of stuff just brought down again, and then back in 2009, 2010, when we actually had a winter here in England, this was just like feet deep on the actual top part. Right, continuing on. Now this is going to be fun. Well, you guys are in cars, not me. Gotta love how some people just seem to stop dead when a slight obstruction comes across the way. By the smell of that, he's having his toilets cleaned. That's something to do with his drainage. Yep. Someone's plastic reel trim. And here we are, folks. Back to the turn-off to Golden Grove. So all in all, it's a good, nice hour's walk. It's only a short one. We've got a van coming. Yep. Golden Grove. And what I'm going to do here, folks, is I'm going to stop recording. So I hope you've enjoyed this little walk. I'm probably going to edit it down to a 10-minute version, and then I'm probably going to upload a full version. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for coming along. And I hope you could hear that. Haha.